This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, Northeast Dubois may be ready for some big changes. Fernand Town Council discusses several topics. Kurt Guxel will be in with sports, and our WJTS Informed segment continues. All to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening, I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. Northeast Dubois may be ready for big changes in the next year, including some possible name changes. The Northeast Dubois School Board met for their monthly board meeting last night. Many different business topics were discussed. Superintendent William Hoaxang made it known that a changing of the school names is possible. The new suggested names are Northeast Dubois Elementary, Northeast Dubois Intermediate, and Northeast Dubois Junior-Senior High. This is open for discussion to the public as the board is wanting feedback. This was tabled for the next school board meeting. Also, VPS Construction shared information regarding project bids and recommendations. Bids were opened on October 8, 2019 from different bids towards construction towards the high school. Cipher Construction was the lowest bidder. Cipher Construction was awarded the bid. 7 alternates were named and outlined, including based bids. The total amount of the renovation is $3,865,480. The board accepted the bid from Cipher Construction. Construction will start as soon as possible. John Siebert says that he has plans to step down from the board in December. Siebert has been on the board for 12 years. For a full rundown of what happened at the school board meeting last night, head to our website, WJTS.tv. Several organizations are coming together to hold a free presentation regarding solar energy. Organizations like the Hoosier Environmental Council, Dubois Strong, and the Jasper Chamber of Commerce have come together to hold this free event. Homeowners, business people, pastors, and lay leaders, school administrators, municipal and county leaders are all welcome to view this presentation focused on the ideal locations for installing solar, ways to pay for solar energy systems, and opportunities to grow solar in the area and beyond. This presentation will be held Tuesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. at the Jasper Group Community Room on Clay Street. Feel free to come as early as 6:30 p.m. to enjoy food and network. To RSVP, contact Amanda Shepard at ashepard@hecweb.org. The Fernand Town Council discussed several topics at Tuesday night's monthly meeting, including one that could have a large impact on Fernand residents. The council approved a rate increase for Fernand Municipal Electric Utility customers. For residential customers, this is a 12.5 increase, which is about a $9 increase in their monthly bills. However, it is different for businesses. An average business customer will see a $25 increase in their monthly bills, which is a 19.5% increase. According to the Fernand Town Council President Ken Seacard, this is the first rate increase residents have seen in 11 years, and he says it is much needed.
That with all the improvements we've had to put in, our reserve has really dwindled and we don't have enough money in the bank to take care of ourselves in case something else would go wrong. So we're going to work on building that reserve back up.
And this was just one topic discussed at the meeting. The council also adopted their 2020 budget of $2,087,668 with a tax rate of 0.8025 per an assessed value of $100. C-Card explains more.
Government finance is going to come back to us and take money out. They do that every year. Basically, we put in a 3.1% increase, and we will probably get maybe 2.5% of that back.
The Jasper Parks and Recreation Department also updated the council on the Old Town Lake project process. Z-Card says the project is coming along quite well.
The Old Town Lake project came up. We actually had pictures of where they were at as of today. It's coming along. Looks like it'll be completed by January of 2020. So we're excited to hear about that. The metal bridge is being put up, the wood bridge is being put up, trails are being laid. They're trying to get all the asphalt work done yet this month or into early November to get it done before the weather gets too cold.
The Town Council is holding a special meeting November 6th at 5 p.m. to organize payments for the Old Town Lake Walking Trail project. Towards the end of the meeting, the council talked about the Fernand Folk Fest, and C-Card says it was a huge success.
It was well received. There was a lot of people. Early on, you kind of began to wonder, but everybody was sitting up underneath the trees because it was so warm that day. It got up into the 90s, and luckily we had a breeze, but when the clouds came over and it got a little, later in the evening, all of a sudden the whole infield filled up again. My estimate is at the end, we probably had 5,000 people sitting around listening to music. Was a great day all day.
And the festival season continues this weekend with the Rosenvolk Medieval Festival at 18th Street Park.
I'd like to come and relive what it was like in the night days, the old knights in shining armor and everything. They'll have jousting, they'll have sword play, they throw hatchets, and they do all kinds of interesting things, putting on plays about what happened and whatnot. So, yeah, there's a charge to get in, but I think if you have a little bit of history in mind and you'd like to go back and see what it was like in those days, this is a good event to come to and enjoy.
For more information, head to rosenvolk.com. St. Meinrad Arch Abbey Library Gallery in St. Meinrad is hosting an exhibit of paintings titled 2D and 2D with a Twist by Owensboro, Kentucky artist Rhonda McEnroe. The show runs from October 17th through November 24th. McEnroe is a self-taught artist who delights in using a variety of media to create images of people, places, churches, animals, and objects in a realistic style. This show includes work in watercolor, oil, and pastels. Some of the surfaces on which she paints, such as glass, are unusual. Through experimentation in a variety of techniques, she is able to capture her subject in fresh and interesting ways. Her work can be found in many art collections, especially in Kentucky. These include General Electric in Owensboro, Humana Hospital in Louisville, and Churchill Downs. In 2019, she was named the official Kentucky Derby artist. McEnroe teaches art in her studio and enjoys sharing her artistic gifts with her students. For library hours, call 812-357-6401 or 800-987-7311, or visit the Arch Abbey Library's website, stmeinrad.edu/library/hours. The exhibit is free and open to the public. Those wishing to view the exhibit may want to arrive at least 30 minutes before closing time. A Jasper home is heavily damaged after an electrical fire Sunday afternoon. Jasper volunteer firefighters responded to the residence of Robert E. Tinkle at 820 2nd Avenue for reports of smoke coming from the attic around 3:20 p.m. After smelling something getting hot, the occupants called 911. When arriving on the scene, Jasper Volunteer Fire Chief Kenny Hoaxang says they found insulation smoking. Firefighters were able to put the fire out with water extinguishers and pulled down the upstairs ceiling to make sure there were no hot spots. Hoaxang estimates damages to be around $30,000. Because nothing else was damaged, Hoaxang says the occupants can close off the bedroom and stay in the home. The Jasper Street Department and their contractor, CalCar, are milling and paving several streets this week. Paving starts tomorrow at 8 a.m. on the following streets: Howard Drive between Northwood Avenue and 33rd Street, Eisenhower Avenue between Brahmas Road and Justin Street, Portersville Road, small area in front of the middle school, on Clay Street, the south entrance to the Jasper Street Department and Resource Recovery site. Paving will start on Friday morning. These streets will still be open, but drivers may experience some delays. This project will proceed barring inclement weather or any unforeseen events. The Huntingburg Airport is starting their expansion project later this month. This two-phase has been in the works for the past 10 years and is made possible by a $7 million grant by the Federal Aviation Administration. During the first phase, crews will start extending a runway another 500 feet, taking the runway onto County Road 200 West. Because of this, officials decided to make a tunnel to have the road go underneath the runway. Crews will then widen the runway and add new lights during the second phase. Officials say they anticipate the first phase will be completed by 2021. Daviess County authorities are investigating a Washington house fire. The Washington Township Fire Department responded to a house engulfed in flames near County Road 250 South around 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. According to the Daviess County EMA Facebook page, firefighters fought the flames until dawn. At this time, Daviess County Sheriff deputies are asking the public to avoid the Troy Road South area, just south of Highway 50, while they investigate. The homeowners tell us that there was no one living in the house at the time of the fire, and all utilities were shut off. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. Indiana authorities say a man and a woman were shot in the area of a large party in Bloomington. Bloomington police say an officer on patrol early Sunday heard numerous gunshots and saw several hundred people fleeing a party. Officers and other first responders found and aided a 23-year-old man who was shot once and an 18-year-old woman shot twice. Both were listed in stable condition at a hospital. Police say officers chased a man running with a handgun. 21-year-old Gabriel Alsman, who was arrested, is accused of resisting law enforcement, criminal recklessness with a firearm, and marijuana possession. Investigators say the gun he had was reported stolen. It wasn't immediately clear if Alsman has an attorney. Officers say there was more than one shooter, but offered no information on additional suspects. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, and our WJTS Informed segment are coming up next on 18 WJTS.